Hey there my meaty friends, this is Reed aka CarnivorousChef, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make sliders. So I was sitting around, I had a huge craving for sliders, which in my part of the world is just Crystal, but most people know these restaurants as White Castle. They're both pretty similar. The main thing is that they all are small burgers, typically with onions and cheese, mustard and pickle on a small slider bun. I wanted to go with something similar, not quite exactly the same obviously, but I did have some very specific flavors that I wanted, mostly the onion flavor as well as a sauce. There's nothing worse than a dry burger, and it's really easy to do with a slider, so I think a sauce is always necessary. If you've made my carnivore buns from my Baconator video, then this should be pretty easy for you. Everything else is just some basic technique, so it's a rather easy recipe. Before we get started, I'm gonna get you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with people that you think might like it. But most of all, I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. If this bun recipe looks familiar, then you've made my meat buns before. If this is new to you, grab yourself a bowl and add in 8 ounces of cooked ground beef, 2 ounces of ground pork, ignore that, 6 slonkers, 2 ounces of cream cheese, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Clap to blend, or just blend on low if you don't have the power of editing. I was just about to start making aluminum foil ring molds to make these slider buns, however this muffin tin popped up in the corner of my eye. I was unsure of how it would look at first, but I realized that I didn't care for the sake of convenience. This tin is supposedly non-stick, but I would go ahead and grease each one up with some butter or bacon grease. With this amount of batter, you should get about 8 buns from a standard size muffin tin. Pop this into an oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 16 to 18 minutes or until these buns are golden brown. Pull them out of the pan so that they can cool off. While those are cooling, we can cook our patties. Here I've taken 1 pound of ground beef and roughly shaped out 2-ounce burger patties, along with some trash cheese. To make slider patties, I like to take the smash burger approach. You'll need a spatula and something to press them with, as well as something like a griddle or a griddle pan. For the seasoning, I'm going to keep it pretty simple with just salt and onion powder. Place your patty down and hit it with a pinch of salt, and follow that up with a shake of onion powder. Use your spatula and pressing tool to press down. Once it's pressed, immediately flip. Season the other side with a small pinch of salt and allow to cook. These are super thin, so they're going to be well done, which is okay with me. They should stay juicy. Once they are slightly firm to the touch, add a little bit of trash cheese to the top and allow to melt. Repeat until all of your ingredients have been used up. For the sauce, I'm going to be using some of that leftover blender hollandaise that I made. It's cold, so it should spread pretty easily. I have about 4 tablespoons worth of it, and to that I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of hot sauce, as well as a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Mix this until homogenous. To assemble, cut your slider buns in half and lay down one of your patties. Then smear the top bun with a little bit of your sauce. Simply repeat until done. I was worried that the buns would look too muffiny, but I was actually really happy with how these looked. But how do they taste? I'd say that I hit my goal pretty spot on. The only thing I think it would need is a pickle slice for that little bit of extra tang. However, the hollandaise does a good job at adding just a little bit to it. These are a bit rich, but they'll get you by if you have an intense craving, like I did. See y'all next time.